Hello everyone. Okay, my goodness, I basically did not make the previous stream public, and so we're here with like 2 minutes notice. I was like, for 15 minutes there was just one person in watching, because I was like, what's going on? Why is there no one watching? And so I posted a link to this live tarot reading onto the Discord, and literally it was yeah, kind of ghost town for like 15 minutes. I was like, what's going on? But it turns out that the video wasn't public. The live stream wasn't public. It was only available to people who had the link. So I'm back with literally just two minutes notice, and I can see we've already got 8 viewers. That's so nice. Thank you guys. I was like, okay, it's 23rd of December. Maybe everyone's, I don't know, out shopping or packing presents, which would be understandable, but like literally one viewer. I was like, okay, all right. So nice to see everyone here. Hi, Musiki Soul. No, it's music soul. Music soul. Of course it is. Sorry, music soul. Struggling with that. So, folks, drop your questions in the chat. Whatever question it might be, doesn't matter. Ask me for energies of 26 for you, or whatever else it might be. Just don't hesitate. Just pop your questions in the live chat. I'd be surprised if we got a lot of super chats tonight, but we can try anyway. But yeah, whether you've got a super chat or not, just drop your question in the chat, in the live chat, and I will answer any questions you have. Of course, I will be prioritizing super chats if any arrive, of course. But in the meantime, let's do a quick read in this little run up to Christmas. I will most likely, yes, take your time, Music Soul. Let's see, I'm just shuffling the cards for whoever it might be. Hello again, Bad Lieutenant. Thank you for being my one viewer for the for the live stream that I hadn't even made public. So I really appreciate that happened like 15 minutes ago. Hello from Krakow, Vampire Nico. Very nice to see you here. Hello, Nico. We should do a thing in Krakow, shouldn't we? We should do a thing. I'm wondering, I was thinking of possibly making a Howard Styro Ramberg 93. Hello to you. I was thinking of possibly doing an occult conference in Warsaw next year, in June. I got together with a friend who's got some land, like a little bit of land, and he was thinking of maybe putting up a couple of gazebos, which could potentially make sense, and to have an occult conference in the center of Europe, because really in Central Europe there's just the Berlin's occulture, I guess. I think that's the main one, and well, people who've attended the occulture conference, some people absolutely love it. Some people feel like it's a little bit more about not necessarily magic, which is fair enough. So, hello, Judy, and Merry Yule to you too. Yes, so let's have a think about that. I wonder if Krakow could potentially be a more fun location to have an occult conference than Warsaw. I don't know. Hello, E9458. Hello, hello. Yeah, this is better. 20 viewers is better than the 1 viewer that I had earlier on. Although it was a very top quality viewer, Bad Lieutenant. So, folks, pop your questions into the chat. Any question at all. No need for super chats, clearly, for the moment. Although I will be prioritizing super chats, as you know. Hello, Peter. Oh my goodness. Yes, no, I absolutely had not. I'm going to Prague with Peter in just a few days. Oh my goodness, in just a few days' time, right? It's on Sunday. On Sunday, I'm taking the bus out to Prague to meet Peter and Mike. Very, very exciting. I literally cannot wait. So that's very cool. I didn't know that was your handle, Peter. Philosophy Corner. Love it. Very, very cool. So yeah, folks, drop your questions into yesterday when I was mad. Oh, it's lovely. Yes, this weekend indeed. Yes, 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 yes. All right, folks. Drop your questions into the top chat. What I did on the previous video, which was, as I say, which I had forgotten to make public. Oops. What I did is that I did a general reading for 2026. Thank you so much, Howard. Yes, isn't Prague absolutely stunning? The architecture is so gorgeous, so gorgeous, and it's it's the thing that's attracting us to go back. You know, every time it's just so lovely. Oh, just like everywhere you look, isn't it? Yeah. So I think there's a question. There was a question from E. Oh, but I think it's gone. Write it again, E. Okay. Here we go. So Sloppy Knot is writing, I have an unfortunate suspicion my wife is cheating on me. Whew, Sloppy Knot. I'm not sure if a tarot read on this is really what you want. Maybe I can give you some advice on how to find out for sure. Let's see. Let's take a look. I really appreciate your contribution, Howard. That's so kind. Let's see. As you can see, I shaved again today, just not quite so close. Hopefully it'll grow out a little bit faster. It's still a little bit closer than I would like. You know, I'm kind of trying out settings on my my beard trimmer, so it is still a little bit short for what I would like, but I'm getting closer to a good length. All right, let's take a look for Sloppy Knot. We've got the Judgment and the Ten of Wands reversed. It seems like possibly there's been some heaviness in your marriage, which would be understandable, and it's coming to a point of, you know, whether she is cheating on you or not. It does definitely seem like it's time to sit down together and assess where the two of you are, right? You do seem to have an intuition with the High Priestess here, but you've also got the Knight of Swords, so you clearly don't want to rush in with conclusions and make accusations that you wouldn't be able to take back, of course. But you do have a suspicion there. Let's see what the near future energy is. Yeah, Princess of Wands reversed and the World. It's clear that you're going to be having this conversation. I don't know if it's going to be exactly this conversation, but it's clear that there's a problem around the spark. Yeah, there's a problem around the spark, and you probably both know it. And the World is about wrapping things up in an elegant way, which is what you want to focus on, right? You want to focus on how to make this as smooth as possible for both of you, because if it's not smooth for one of you, it'll be smooth for neither of you. So, from personal experience, can I recommend that you seek out a marriage counselor, a couples therapist? Regardless of the answer to your question, whether it's a yes or a no, a couples therapist will be able to make sure that you're both accountable in your interactions, right? Make sure that you're both speaking from a place of truth and within a safe environment where there is a third party ensuring, arbitrating, making sure that both of you are okay in this conversation. Yeah. A couple of recommendations. Yes, of course, we've got the Five of Swords reversed. You do not want vainglory. You do not want an outcome where you have won, but actually at the expense of everything that matters. Yeah. Yeah, we've also got the Ace of Swords reversed. So as a recommendation here, it seems like possibly now is not quite yet the time for exploring the whole truth, but it is definitely the right time to start a conversation. The card that I've just drawn for you here is the Justice card. So it's a card that's really suggesting that you want to ensure that everything that you do is the right thing legally, right? Find out what you are recommended to do as a person who feels like their partner might have cheated on them, because there are some mistakes that you can make that could be difficult for you later on in your divorce process. You know, if you decide to leave home, for example, then that can be, I don't know if you have children, but it can be seen like you're abandoning your family before you even have a divorce, kind of thing, right? And then that can be played against you in a court of divorce. So do find out by doing possibly some, you can ask Google Gemini, you know, this is my situation, this is what I suspect. What advice do you have for me legally? What advice do you have for me emotionally? What advice do you have for me practically? But I would suggest going for a little trip to a place that you would love to go to. I went to Prague myself, and you might, and as I said, going back to Prague in a couple of days is a nice way to round that off. But go to somewhere you would like to go. You know, treat yourself, look after yourself, make sure that you're pouring into your own cup a little bit. All right, hopefully that helps. Hopefully that makes sense. You're very, very welcome. All right, let's continue with some more questions. We've got Wife of Sauron. Love it. Amazing handle. Question: I've been talking to an entity through divination, and it claims to be a demon. Can you help me decipher which demon this might be? Okay, Wife of Sauron. I'm not going to get an answer from the tarot, but this sounds like what... Okay, so you know that I do one-to-one consultations. You can find out more about that on foolishfish.net, not .com, not .co.uk, nothing like that, just .net, like a fish net, right? And it's the kind of thing that I can help you with there, because I would really need to ask you about what this demon has been saying to you, what you're feeling, and stuff like this, right? It's this is, of course, if you really care very much. You could ask it yourself, you know, but it would be quite a long tarot read. I think it would be a little bit too long and a little bit too involved to be interesting for the 13 concurrent viewers who are currently watching. So I'm sorry, wife of Sauron, I won't answer your question. What I can do is see for you if this demon has your best interest at heart, that kind of stuff. So let's see. Yeah, the Hermit, the World, all right. In the general energy here, and then you've got the Three of Swords reversed and the Chaos reversed in the way you're thinking about it. Clearly, this demon is helping you through some difficult, heavy stuff, maybe. Got the what to expect in the near future. King of Coins reversed, the Tower reversed as well. I wonder if this demon is helping you to avoid something that's on its way. The Queen of Cups reversed and the Five of Swords reversed in terms of the recommendations. So as a Queen of Cups reversed, I don't know. And the Five of Swords reversed. It could potentially be good for you to be cautious and to examine very carefully what the outcomes of this demon's recommendations are. Do remember that demons don't necessarily care. Many demons don't necessarily care about what's good for you. Just care a little bit more about rules and about established contracts and things like this, and what can be beneficial for themselves. That some demons, right? So yeah, do bear that in mind. They could very well put you in a very comfortable situation, but again, they don't necessarily care whether that comfortable situation is good for you on the long run or not. It's not that they're trying to trick you or anything like that. It's just the way they work. It's just you know, it's what to expect from a demon kind of thing. Really, not because they're mean or anything like that. It's just because they care about the surface of things rather than the inner experience of things, if that makes sense. Okay. All right, I think we've got a new super chat. Thank you so much. Let me go and check what that is. From Simoza, I guess. Hi, Denny. I fell behind on my spiritual practice, trying to get back into the habit. What do the cards and you recommend to strengthen myself spiritually? Excuse me. Great question, Simoza. I love that. I'm going to say possibly, from my perspective, okay, doing any kind of ritual magic that feels exciting to you is always going to be a really nice way ahead. But then again, you might feel like a full-blown ritual could be a little bit much if you're just getting back into it. I have really been enjoying Jareth Tempest's Raziel's Paths of Power, and I think that there are some equivalent books, in fact, not by Jareth Tempest, although I think that he is writing one, for working with demons as well. You're welcome, wife of Sauron. Yeah, and I think what's really nice about Raziel's Paths of Power is that you don't require any kind of tools, external setup. It's all in your mind. Of course, if you suffer from aphantasia, then there's no point, right? This isn't the stuff for you. But if you are quite good with visualization, what it is that he gives you a series of scenes to visualize, and then those visualizations put in that particular order add up to like a phone number for an angel, right? And then you can actually speak to that angel within the realm of your visualized scene. It's it's extraordinary, and it feels great, it feels comfortable, and the results are surprisingly amazing. I mean, maybe not so surprisingly amazing. And yeah, as I say, if you prefer to work with demons, then there's something called Goetic Pathworking, or a book, a Kindle book, right, called Goetic Pathworking. I think there's another one called Lucifer and the Demons of something. I can't remember the exact name, but something along those lines. I'm sure that somebody watching is going to know exactly the book that I mean, and drop the name in the comments there. But yeah, that would be my recommendation for getting back into it. Would be to pick something simple, and that gets you excited, right? You know that I love the Magical Cash book as a way of getting into magic or getting back into magic, just because it is exciting, and there's a physical aspect to it, you know, making the sigils, making the little notebook, and so on and so forth. I really like it as a my first ritual. It doesn't sound like it's a my first ritual for you, but it could be a nice ritual just to get back into the swing of things, potentially. Let's see what your cards say about it. Queen of Cups reversed, Seven of Wands. Okay, I see why potentially you've fallen behind with spiritual practice. You've just had too much on your plate materially right now, right? Although at the moment you're feeling like you're ready to get back in, although it does seem like maybe you're feeling okay. I mean, out of practice seems absolutely right given your question, because we've got the Fortitude card reversed, and we've got the Knight of Swords coming in, right? So you do feel ready to start again, kind of energetic feel about this, which is kind of lovely. Let's see, we've got the Seven of Cups and the Sun in your near future. What to expect in your near future if you change nothing, kind of thing. And this is kind of nice. It does seem like you're going to be excited about magic once again and find growth through magic. So really very, very nice energies here. It seems like you're going to be, yeah, led by what you find exciting, which is kind of what we were talking about just a few moments ago, right? Recommendations: Princess of Cups reversed and the Eight of Swords. Kind of a curious thing to find in the recommendations pile, but the Princess of Cups reversed here. I'm going to suggest that that the cards are suggesting that you focus quite carefully and intensely on one kind of magic. You know, I think that with the Seven of Cups, in what to expect in the near future if you change nothing, it is nice to be led by excitement and stuff, but it is also a card that can represent being distracted, and you don't want that, right? Possibly that's one of the aspects that has drawn you away from your practice already. So in order to not get distracted, we've got the Eight of Swords, which usually represents, you know, a person feeling trapped by their thoughts. But actually, in this case, I'm going to take those 8 swords surrounding this individual who is blindfolded as boundaries, right? As a way of disciplining the mind rather than the mind keeping the individual trapped, just because it's in the recommendation pile, right? So a way of disciplining the mind. So I don't know what your meditation practice is. I got berated yesterday for recommending meditation, but I'm going to go ahead and do it again. Watch me just buck the trend there and absolutely not care whatsoever that that some person has told me that I was a bad person for recommending meditation. Meditate. Go ahead and meditate, and it will be fuel for your magic, because magic from a stable, still mind that knows how to be quiet is always going to be the best and most potent kind of magic. All right. Oh, well, there you go, Simoza. I was just thinking how I have a monkey mind and have a lot of different things I want to do at the same time magically. There you go. So yes, a little bit of discipline seems to be the right thing. Setting boundaries for yourself, deciding on one thing and then continuing with this one thing, whether the thoughts of, oh, maybe I chose the wrong one, those thoughts will come regardless of what you pick, regardless of what you pick, whether it's the right thing, like you pick the right thing and still those thoughts come in, right? Oh, maybe I picked the wrong one. I should check all the others out, right? No, so watch out for those thoughts and push through them and continue with the path that you've chosen. All right, okay. Thank you so much, John Megia, or Meia, maybe. I'm curious about the new direction I'm heading in my career. Let's take a look. How's everyone doing in the chat? Is everyone getting ready for Christmas? Mahia. Thank you, Mahia. Mahia. There we go. I'll go with that. John Mahia. That's cool. Thank you, John, for the pronunciation there. I hope I'm getting it like almost in the kind of vicinity of where it's. Ah, okay. Mejia. Thank you. En español, that's a lot easier to know, like when you know what language it is, right? Mejia. Good. So my Christmas plans are tomorrow I'm going to my soon-to-be ex-wife's family's house to do the usual 24th of December thing in Poland where you're supposed to eat 13 different dishes, none of them containing meat. So for me, I'm not really a big fan of eating fish. That's going to be interesting. A lot of mushrooms, right? Yeah, my Polish friends all look at me with despair when I tell them that I don't like eating carp and the other Christmas Eve delights that they serve up in Poland. But then on the 25th, which is when I normally celebrate Christmas, right? Having been brought up in a household in France, yes, where they celebrate on the 24th, but it was my mum organising Christmas, so it was always on the 25th, the English way. So yeah, I'll be hosting, with my soon-to-be ex-wife. There must be an easier way of saying that anyway. We've got, again, family coming over. We're going to be cooking all day tomorrow, cooking all day on Thursday, and I think we're expecting something like 13, 14 people over. I struggle with gatherings, so yeah, I'm just going to have to escape strategically to the bathroom or whatever regularly just to catch my breath. Hello, are you spiritual? Hello. How many languages do I speak or read? My goodness. I can hold a conversation in French, English fluently, in Polish reasonably fluently at this point, but not enough for a deep conversation. I speak Spanish quite well, or at least I used to, but now whenever I try to speak Spanish, the words come out in Polish, clearly saved in the same area of my brain as the area in which I've been learning Polish, and I can have a very basic conversation in Italian. There we go. Yeah, no meat with fish exception. I'm not a fan of mushrooms or fish. That's always fun. Oh dear. Okay, let me get back to John Mejia's question. I'm curious about the new direction I'm heading in my career. Let's take a look. Exciting stuff. Good. Yes, you're at a crossroads with the Two of Swords there, but the crossroads is a little obscure. Like, it's a little bit difficult to see where this is leading. Yeah, you're excited about it with the we've got the the High Priestess, which is actually the intuition card in this particular version of the card in the Terra Volatile deck, and it's upside down, right? It's reversed, which is why I'm saying it's a little bit difficult for you to see where you're heading to. But then you've got these two cards in the way you're thinking about the situation and the way you're looking at it. You've got the Page of Cups, and you've got the Wheel of Fortune, and yeah, these are really, really nice cards in the way you're approaching this. You can see that there's going to be a change. You're preparing for it, and you're excited for it. You're seeing it like a curious gift. That's really nice. What can you expect? Well, it's not going to be the complete brand new start that you expect, right? We do have the full reversed. It's not going to be the same, of course, but it's not going to be so radically different that your life feels like a Wheel of Fortune moment. Yeah. Which is good, by the way, because you don't want to be starting from scratch. You want to be, you want to feel like you can draw from your previous experience. And it seems like you're really going to be able to do that in an intense way, actually, because we've got the Seven of Pentacles coming up, which is great energy for you, because it means that you're going to be able to benefit from the hard work that you've been doing so far. You're going to be able to, you've sown the seeds, you've been tending to the crops, and yeah, you're going to be able to benefit from the fruits of your hard labors. So that's really, really nice energy. That's really, really nice. Okay, in terms of your recommendations, we've got the Four of Coins and the Four of Coins reversed as a recommendation, and the Six of Cups. And the Four of Coins, of course, is the guy holding it all, and with his feet on the coin, and making sure that he's got this tight grip on the coins. So I think it's a general recommendation to not be too cautious, not play it too safe. Yeah, taking some risks, possibly in the interviewing process. I don't know really where you are up to in this shift of careers, but in the early days, right? In the early days of the shift, it does seem like taking a few risks will pay off, and with the Six of Cups, I'm going to say, don't let this absorb you too much. I don't know if you have a family or if you, a family of your own kind of thing. In which case, the recommendation would be to make sure that you do balance out work life. And I think that that's a good recommendation in general, to make sure that you are not just completely losing yourself in the job, even though it might seem quite an attractive thing to do at the beginning, just because you want to establish yourself or whatever it might be. It is saying here, make sure that you are working hard, clearly, and you are going to benefit from that work very clearly, but also make time for the reason why you're working, right? Make sure that you're making time for that family life, for that, for those close and dear to you, right? All right, hopefully that helps to an extent. We've got a question from Lindsay Manceras. What are Waverley feelings towards me? Keep having what feels like psychic experiences or connections with her. And I feel crazy because I don't know if they're real or if I'm projecting. Okay, thank you. And thank you, Lindsay. Okay. What are Waverley feelings towards me? I keep having what feels like psychic experiences or connections with her. I feel crazy because I don't know if they are real or if I am projecting. It's hard, isn't it, when you're not in direct contact with someone and you can feel them in your energy field. You know that this someone is I don't know, maybe watching you on social media or just thinking about you very intensely, but there's no way to check, and so you turn to the tarot to find out. Well, we can take a look. Let me see if they're... Lindsay, I wonder if you could help me to understand the word Waverley. I don't know if this is the name of the person or I just don't understand what you mean by that word. So if you could help me to understand that just by typing a few more words, I would appreciate it. So but I'll continue shuffling the cards here for you. Let's take a look. We've got death, we've got the Seven of Coins reversed, we've got the Devil, we've got the Four of Swords reversed in the way you're thinking about it. She's a person, Waverley's a person. Thank you very much. That's fine. What to expect? Five of Coins reversed, that's good. And Fortitude, that's good. And some recommendations, oh yeah. We've got the Eight of Wands reversed and the Three of Swords. Yeah, it does seem like no communication is the way ahead, I'm afraid. The situation is death, which means the end of a cycle. And having literally just gone through one of these myself, like a month ago, something along those lines, maybe a month and a half. Actually maybe closer to 2 months. I'm literally just now starting to get over it, you know. First connection of my life, really. Not an easy one, but it also seems like it's the right thing at the moment. The way you're thinking about it is much more along the lines of addiction than love, and you'd like to put an end to this pause. It seems like there is a pause, maybe a pause in communication, I don't know, between the two of you. With the Four of Swords reversed there. Let's see. What you can expect in the near future is beautiful. Is recovery and actually coming out of this difficult situation much stronger, much more in control of yourself, with better understanding of yourself, of the world around you, of the whole reason why you're here, you know, the whole thing. Just not feeling left out in the cold like you are now. That's gonna end. That does end. But now, right now, your recommendations are the Eight of Wands reversed, and that is a very, very clear sign of no communication. No communication. And the Three of Swords, which is to accept that you're heartbroken. Yeah. And Waverley may be heartbroken as well. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, it seems like this is by design, like you're meant to experience this so that later on you'll be able to judge other relationships with the vantage point of having experienced this. Knowing what you want in your future relationships, that this situation with Waverley, I don't know how what the situation was, of course, but you'll know what you do want and you'll know what you don't want as well, right? What styles of communication, what styles of what actions you'll set up boundaries against, things like this, right? Just it seems to be a learning experience for you. There's a lot of people who are going through this right now, like a lot of people. I can't begin to tell you. This is a very, very significant energy for 2025, and it does seem like going into 2026 things get a lot lighter. And it looks like your recovery is very, very soon. Yeah, but your recommendation right now is do not reach out. Do not reach out, and embrace the fact that don't embrace, but accept the fact that you are heartbroken. And so do the things that somebody with broken any part of their body needs to do, which is to take some rest, take good care of yourself, take time to heal before you put pressure on it. You don't want to go out with a broken leg and start running a marathon. No, you need to give it time to heal, to be strong. You don't want to be having your heart broken and then rushing into the next relationship, which is potentially going to hurt even more because you are going in with a broken heart, if that makes sense, right? I'm sorry, Lindsay, I wish I had happier news for you, but it's not unhappy news on the whole. This Fortitude card, this is what you can expect. This is what you can expect to come out of this with. Just so much more strength, so much more competence in the area of relationships. So this is really, really positive, and yet you will not be feeling left out in the cold for very long. Yeah, so that is something to hold on to. Okay. Let's see, we've got another question from Luca MT. Thank you so much for your super chat, Luca. I'm curious about my spiritual path. What do the cards say? Let's find out. I think there's going to be time for one more question after this one. So if you want to be sure that it's going to be yours, folks, leave a little super chat. I really would appreciate it. But of course, if there are no funds left at this time of the year, I'd completely understand as well. And I'll just go a little bit earlier on it over there to find another question. Oh, I think someone got it. Roadsterella. Oh, there are two. All right, so I'll definitely put the ending card now. Thank you so much, Roadsterella and David Farrelly. Perfect way to end this this stream. Very, very cool. I'll take a look at your questions in a few moments. Okay, that's really, really kind. Thank you. I'm curious about my spiritual path. What do the cards say? Is Luca MT is asking. So let's find out about Luca MT's spiritual path. Oh, goodness. Queen of Wands and the Ace of Cups. Nice. Ah. I wonder, you know, when I see the Queen of Wands, especially with this deck, Hecate comes up for me. Now, I don't know if you are particularly attracted to the concept of Hecate, but if you are, it's time to take a closer look. It might just be the divine feminine in general. Speaking of the divine feminine, if any of you are feeling particularly flush at this time of year, it'd be surprising, but if any of you are feeling particularly flush, then I am leading a 7-day retreat in the south of France in September 2026, led by magicalretreats.com. Tonalise Rugas is organizing the whole thing. I just volunteered to do the magical teaching, but that's just going to be like 1 or 2 hours a day. The majority of it is going to be visiting various places of power, magical locations all around that area, Carcassonne, Rennes-le-Château, and that region, going into caves where there have been sightings of the Virgin Mary, that kind of stuff, right? And just connecting with the venereal, so the Venus current in that area. We're going to be eating, like, you know, gourmet food and all the rest. Anyway, if anyone thinks that sounds interesting and you are doing well financially, I do want to insist on that, because I know I wouldn't be able to afford it, but maybe some of you can. Then just wanted to let you know that the early bird discount, which is a significant discount, by the way, is ending on the 31st of December. So just to let you know, okay. Let's see, for maybe Luca IMT, or maybe Lucal MT, I'm not sure. It seems like you are thinking about your spiritual path no longer in terms that you have been thinking about it in. It seems like you're seeing it with fresh eyes. You can tell that there's more than what you were led to believe. And just because we've got the Justice reversed and the Fool here, it seems like you're quite excited to get a lot more involved. Let's see. yeah, your research is pointing to truths that you hadn't really considered previously. And maybe with the Seven of Swords reversed, maybe something that you'd been guarding against and that you've been, you know, pushing away and protecting yourself against. Maybe you're letting your guards down a little so that you can actually engage with this stuff that doesn't seem quite as dangerous as you'd first thought. Yeah. Let's see. Some recommendations. We got the Nine of Swords and we got the Knight of Cups. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and say start off by journaling your dreams. Yeah, journal your dreams and yeah, the Knight of Cups is actually reversed, excuse me, and I'm going to say that this could potentially be hello Silkweaver. Hiya. This could potentially be a recommendation to get mastery over your emotions and the emotions related to your dreams. I don't know if possibly you do a lot of overthinking. Maybe you're just very worried about your spiritual path, and it could in fact be an invitation to just learn a lot more so that you're not led through emotion but led through understanding, if that makes sense. Hopefully that helps to an extent. But yes, it does look like possibly Hecate, but clearly you are already on a divine path. Clearly you are already set in motion. So if this is meant to be, it'll happen anyway. I can see a great amount of passion and power growing in you, right? Just starting from tiny seeds and growing into something quite beautiful and powerful. All right, hopefully that helps, Luca or Lucal MT. All right, and then all right, we've got three final questions. Let's take a look. Roadsterella. Let's see. Should I inform the organization about the security breach? Yikes! Do you know what? I'm going to do an I Ching read for this. That is a scary question. Should you indeed inform the organization about the security breach? Just using the Deepware Changes application to randomly generate a hexagram for me. Here it is. All right. There's some interesting recommendations here. Listen up. So it's hexagram number 35 with 1, 2, 3 changing lines, which are personal recommendations for you, personal messages for you. The overall read goes like this. It is the moment to show your talent. This will be recognized by the people who decide. You must not tempt fate. Spotlights illuminate everything, good or bad. So this will come to light, and you have an opportunity right now to shine through this situation. Let's see what the changing lines suggest. If someone is not valued, he should not try to stand out at all costs. Excuse me, just going to cough. All right, then the second, no, I haven't quite finished. If someone is not valued, he should not try to stand out at all costs. On the contrary, he must keep calm. He or she, of course, or they. Second changing line. There is no progress, but things will undoubtedly change for the better soon. Meanwhile, it's good to keep calm. Maybe you can think of a way in which you can announce this security breach and yet say that thanks to you, it's not a big deal. I don't know, something along those lines. I'm not suggesting that this is going to be an easy thing, but maybe you can think of a way in which you can actually make this work for you. And then we've got a changing line on the fourth place, which goes like this. Light shows both good and bad things. If you try to take advantage of the current situation, you will be caught. Oh boy. All right. So I don't know. It seems like, acting calmly, doing your job, doing what the right thing is, because it will come to light anyway. And do not take my recommendation to try to take advantage of the situation, but actually just announce it in as calm a way as you possibly can. Seems to be the general recommendation here. All right, Roadster Runner. I wish you good luck with that. It sounds a little bit too exciting for my taste. I think this is one of the reasons why I don't work in IT anymore. Okay, David Farrelly, let's see. I keep seeing different colored lights in my surroundings. When I do more ritual energy meditations, it seems to happen more. I don't feel any bad energy from them. I wonder what wants to be communicated. Different colored lights in my surroundings. When I do more ritual energy meditations, it seems to happen more. Okay, let's take a look. What would be a good way of assessing that? I Ching as well? All right, I Ching could be useful for determining just the general intention of these lights. Let's try that. For David Farrelly there, seeing coloured lights in his surroundings. Let's see. Just entering that those randomized lines for the hexagram, and we have hexagram number 38. Does not seem relevant. Actually does seem relevant in saying that there's no answer here. Okay, so let's do a card draw. Similar. All right, we've got the Nine of Cups reversed and the Sun reversed, suggesting you're not going to get satisfaction here, and we're not going to shine any light on an answer. Let's see. You've got the Death card and the Art card. Yeah, I mean, clearly you can tell that there is information to be gathered from these lights. Yeah, the High Priestess reversed. The Wheel of Fortune reversed. It seems like you're not yet at a point where you're supposed to know about this. It seems like at the moment you're supposed to just be surprised and confused, and yep, you've noticed that this thing happens. You're not supposed to know why it happens yet. It seems like it's just a part of like a part of your current learning cycle. Like it's the way you're going to learn this next thing that you're supposed to learn. We've got the Ten of Swords reversed in your recommendations. Don't be disappointed by this. Don't feel defeated by this. And the Princess of Swords, meaning continue your inquiry. Continue being curious. Don't let this lack of an answer disappoint you so much that you stop searching. There is an answer. It's just that you're not supposed to know that answer yet, because if you knew this answer already, then you would stop searching for the answer, and it's in the search for this answer that you're supposed to get the lesson of this next little bit of life for you. So yeah, you just spoil the setup for this next little bit of growth that you have to do. You know, we get scenarios, don't we? We get put into situations that help us to grow, and we can get rid of the situation, but then we're still left with the point that we didn't get this little bit of learning, so we'll get the next situation, right? So this looks like a setup for a growth opportunity for you. So my recommendation is, yeah, just keep digging, but neither the I Ching nor the tarot wants to tell you what it is quite yet. All right, good luck with it though. It does sound exciting. And then, as you say, you don't feel any bad energy from them, so yeah, keep inquiring. Let's see, what else do we have from Devilish Bish? What are my innate spiritual gifts and how can I put them to better use? Thank you. All right. You're welcome, David. And you're welcome, Roadstella. What are Devilish Bish's innate spiritual gifts? And this will be the final question for tonight. Let's see. Ace of Cups reversed, the Six of Wands in the general idea. The way you're thinking about it, the Chariot reversed and the Five of Wands, so combative, but not particularly feeling confident, right? What to expect? Two of Wands, Nine of Wands reversed. Recommendations, Princess of Swords reversed and Seven of Coins reversed. All right. Okay, it seems like your path is a path of spiritual rectitude, as in being, you know, straight down the path and being the best version of yourself that you can be, the version of yourself that you can be most proud of. There we go. The version of yourself that you can be most proud of. Although there is a so this is your general path, but in this path the thing that's missing is or possibly currently missing, is love. And I don't mean romantic love, I mean love full stop, right? In its many different forms, towards yourself, towards the universe, towards the created realm, or should I say the material realm, towards what you don't understand, towards what you fear, those kinds of things. And at the moment, yeah, it seems like with that Five of Wands, it seems like there's a bit of resistance. Yeah, it feels like everything's a little bit of an uphill battle. You'd like to be able to just get in that chariot and forge ahead, but yeah, life keeps getting in the way. The chariot reversed there. Now, you're going to, that situation of life getting in the way, it's about to end. Yeah, you're going to find yourself feeling like you're able to make plans for your spiritual path, right? In the very near future. Two recommendations for you. Number one, because of this, I think it's maybe even not even a lack of love, a lack of emotional intelligence. Yeah, emotional involvement, emotional content. There we go. Content to your magic, content to your spiritual path. Yeah, so the recommendations are: do not take an overly intellectualized approach to this. That's the first thing. Secondly, do not take an overly material approach to this. So not too intellectual, not too material. Make sure that you also do not forget to involve your emotions, which seem to currently be missing. That's what I got for you. What can I say? Folks, thank you so much for being with me this evening, for sticking around and for asking these really very interesting questions. I want to wish you all a really, really, really Merry Christmas. I guess I will see you guys after Christmas. I'm not guaranteeing exactly when, but I can guarantee that I will have a top 10 books of 2025 video for you all, and some really exciting new projects for 2026. I can't wait to share with you the stuff that I've decided to do starting on the 1st of January. I will tell you all about all of that very, very shortly, okay? But yeah, I'll give you a little hint. You can expect a lot more guided visualizations. There we go. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm going to miss you guys too. It's really, really nice to spend some time with you guys. It's going to be it's going to be a really nice end of year. I can't wait to be in Prague with my two friends starting on the 28th. I will definitely see you at some point between the 26th and the 28th. At least one of those 2 evenings, available evenings. Yeah, Merry Christmas, everyone. Take care and see you very soon. Bye-bye.